In this video, I'm going to show what I have in mind with the database. So I've built something here in Google Sheets that does some of it, but not anywhere near all of it. So the starting point is Sales Tracker. Sales Tracker. That is where we manage our deals, and we start with prospects. And when we create a new deal that is a new possible application for a customer, it ends up here in new opportunities, and it has details. And when this occurs, then we have a Zapier that will write a new row in this Google Sheet in this particular um, new leads. And you can see that. So when a new deal is created in Sales Tracker, and this is I'll see if I can show this quickly. So what it does is when we're writing in the leads tracking, that's this spreadsheet, um, certain columns, and we map them to the data that is coming from Sales Tracker. So if this column back, which is this column back, column A, we can map, and then it says, okay, well, I know this Sales Tracker, and this is the information that's available. These are the fields that are available. Which one do you want to write in this column? And I'm not writing anything in the first one because the first one needs to be a numeric 1, 2, 3, 4. I don't know how to do that yet, but it just dumps it as a new line. So this is one that was done today, or yesterday. That's this deal. So when I created this, it was actually today. It writes this line into the spreadsheet through this Zap. And I want to do the same, but instead of to a spreadsheet, I want to do it to a database. And then, so every new deal we create needs to be a row in the database with a sequential number. So it needs to put a new number on the first column, then the deal name, then the deal owner, and that can be done here in the Zap. Because you can say, okay, what columns need to have what information? So the organization gets the organization name, the deal owner and name, which is deal owner here, full name. That is written to this field then, because I've mapped it here to from the Sales Tracker data that comes in to the spreadsheet. And there's a couple of things that I want to do in the first version of the database. When a new deal is created, I want to have a new line written in the database with the deal details. So the deal name, there's also a deal identifier that comes through. So this is not used. So I'll just show you. This is the data that's available from Sales Tracker. So the deal ID, that's a unique identifier for that deal, and we're going to need that. So we need to write that into the new leads. I haven't done it here, but we will need it. So for every new deal that's created, I want to have a sequential number, the deal name, the deal ID, the deal owner, the loan amount, the lender, and there is labels that come through here. So if there's labels attached, it will write that here, and it needs a time, a date, and a timestamp. And then that's the first thing. So we have a record of every single deal that is created. And what I want to do then in that database record, when the month ticks over to the next month. So it starts with April, and then it writes the new deals for April. When the month ticks over to May, I want to have a new line that says, okay, May, and then it starts new sequential numbering. So the first column starts with 1 again. and then it starts doing the lines for each of the deals. So we can see in April we had so many opportunities, so many leads. In May we had so many leads. Same as what I've got here. I do this manually now, or some of it is automated from um, through this Zap from Sales Tracker. But I need to put this new month in manually, and I want to have that automated. So we can have a record of, okay, this many leads in April, in May, in June, etc., etc. Because then we can. This is one of the things that we want as a user interface where we can see. Okay, great, a summary. In March, we had so many leads, and the dollar value of that was this. We had so many deals lodged, and this was the dollar value of it. So many deals went to conditional approval. These further stages, so how many deals we lodged, how many deals we had as conditional approved, formal approved, and settled, needs to be done through automations, but I'll get to that. This is the summary view that I want to create. And this is the starting point, writing every deal into a new line. Then when a deal is updated, so if we create a new deal in Sales Tracker, it ends up here. We can move that deal to different stages. And as we change the deal to different stages, let's see if I got a dummy deal that I can use. This is a dummy deal. Okay, I'll go back here because that's probably, if I move this deal, let's go back. Okay, so I've got another Zap written, and that Zap writes an entry in the same database if there's a stage change. I'll show you that here. So stage change is from new opportunities to client introduction to quick check, and I can move these deals as I did. So if I move this deal to client introduction, then this Zap stage change in Sales Tracker, if there's a deal change stage in Sales Tracker, then create in the worksheet Sales Tracker updates. So that is here, Sales Tracker updates. Create a new row in the worksheets with these details. So a date stamp, and that's what's here. So this is what was just created. The date stamp. The date stamp is not correct. I don't know what's going on. Oh, it updates these, I reckon. Anyway, this is the most recent one, maybe. Anyway, it's not working properly. This needs to be a proper date stamp, but it's maybe this can be done easily in a database, but not easily in a spreadsheet. And the data it puts into this spreadsheet, into this tab, is the deal name, the deal identifier. That's a unique identifier. The loan amount, what the new stage is, and who the owner is. And then we can start, because with this information we can start tracking, okay, if this deal goes to lodged, if we lodge this application, then there will be an update here that says, okay, this deal with this unique identifier and this name is now lodged. Like here is one that says, conditionally approved. So those are stages. When it reaches this stage, I want that deal to pop up here, conditionally approved, in the right month. That's what we're working towards. But the first thing I want to do is every new deal needs to come up here, and then at the end of the month, a month line, so we can total the entries, and every change and every update needs to be written here. So we have all the new deals captured, and we have all the updates captured, and then we can start manipulating the data in the database to move it around from new leads to lodged to conditional to formal. That's the idea.